What's up YouTube? It's Donovan the Smartphone Guy back at you with another video, and tonight we're going to take a look at a phone called the Cubot Note S. So this company's been around for a little while. You maybe never have heard of any of their phones, but this isn't a bad one, so we'll go ahead and take a look at it. This will run you just under $100 on Amazon if you're interested in purchasing it, but this is also not just a review of the phone, it's also a giveaway. So this is my weekly giveaway. If you're new to my channel, I do a weekly giveaway, and this week it is the Cubot Note S. Now, if you want to win this, you need to be subscribed to my channel by August 30th. So August 30th is your last day to subscribe and comment on the video if you're interested in winning this particular device. So let's go ahead and take a look around the device real quick just so you guys can see what it has, what it offers. So first of all, this is a 5.5-inch screen. So I have here my Alcatel Idol 4S, and you can see it's basically the exact same size phone. And this one is definitely a little bit heavier though, and that's because of the battery. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. So this is a 720p display. It's IPS, and it doesn't look too bad. I mean, you know, in the land of 2K displays, it doesn't look particularly great, but it doesn't look too bad to, I would say, the average person. Oh, hold on, let's see if I can get my fingerprint to recognize there. Of course it won't. Alright, get out of that. Alright, so, it's hard to really tell on a video, but the Alcatel, no doubt has the better display. But this one isn't bad. If you're new to a smartphone, this is definitely not a bad IPS display. So other than that, it has this case that it comes with, and there is a screen protector actually on the phone. So you can't really see that real well, but there is a plastic screen protector. It does, like I said, come with this case there. Just a thin TPU case, but hey, it's free, so it comes with the phone anyways. So of course we have a rear firing speaker, we have our volume rocker up here, and the power button on that side. On the bottom we have, kind of strangely, nothing. There's nothing on the bottom of the phone. And over here we have also nothing. And then on the top of the phone, if we can get that into focus, we have our charging cable port there, and then also our 3.5mm headphone jack, 8-megapixel camera, and our LED flash on the back, just a single LED flash. And I'll go ahead and pop the back off. And definitely one of the selling points of this phone is the battery. This is a 4150 milliamp hour battery, so tons and tons of battery life. Easily get through a day, even with heavy usage with this phone. So you can see that it is dual SIM, and also, like I mentioned, or if I haven't mentioned it before, this is also expandable with micro SD. So this has 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of onboard storage, and it says it supports up to 32 gig. I only put a 32 gig SD card in there when I was using it basically for the last 3 days, and today I went back to my Alcatel because I missed it. Yeah, so the 32 gig card did work in here, but I don't know if a larger one could potentially work. But it does say that it only supports up to 32, so you can test that if you want, but I'll tell you that for sure 32 does work. So in terms of the processor that this has, it is, we'll see if we can get that into focus there. So like I said, 5.5-inch HD display. There's a chipset MT6580 quad-core 1.3 gigahertz. It is running Android 5.1. You can see some of the bands that it supports. This is an unlocked phone for GSM, and then also 2 gigs of RAM and 16 gigs of onboard storage. And there's the camera, so 8-megapixel on the rear and 5-megapixel on the front. So let's go ahead and talk about the cameras while I just mentioned it. So let me say this, you do not want to buy this phone if you're looking for a great camera. It definitely does not take great low light pictures. The 8-megapixel camera is very okay. Let's see, so that one was like super blurry. Just some of the pictures I took with it earlier, so just pictures some flowers. It way overexposes the pictures. I mean, if you're in good lighting, of course it's not bad. It's not the worst camera that I've seen. Obviously better than, hey, there's a selfie camera. And so, yeah, anyways, so just a few of the pictures I took there. The camera's, yeah, it's okay at best, not great. and same thing with the front firing camera as well. Just not particularly great. The reason why you want to buy this phone is because of the large display, 5.5 inch, and also because of the large battery. This has been used basically since the beginning of the day. Now it says it's 6:23 a.m. I took my SIM out, and so the time is off there. But yeah, so it's definitely an all-day battery without a doubt. Easily gets through the day, and it runs all of the Android apps that you could ever need to use. So you can go ahead and pop open a few of them. So Netflix obviously runs just fine on it. I'm in a bad Wi-Fi zone, but it has Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, everything that you need on an Android phone, GPS, everything that the majority of Android phones have. There is no, of course, fingerprint sensor. There's our capacitive buttons here. So this one is our home button, back button, and this is really strange. This is not a recent apps button. This is actually like the old style menu button, which is kind of weird because with Android 5.1, normally that is a recent apps button. So if I hold this home button down, it will actually give me my recent apps. So let's go ahead and take a look at one of those recent apps, which is Madden Mobile. And I can just show you that it does run games with no issue. So if we can continue the game, you can see that Madden Mobile works just fine. So of course, with that being said, Madden Mobile is kind of a heavier game, and so it runs really every game I threw at it with really no issue. So you can see that gameplay is smooth. There's really no issues there. All right. So anyway, so that's good. All the apps that you could ever want, so Facebook Messenger, the average user is going to use, and they run fine. YouTube looks good, runs well also. So one thing that I'll say, so let's talk about what's not good about this phone. So there are three things. Number one is that it is only a 3G phone. There is no 4G support, LTE support at all on this phone. It is only strictly 3G. So it will work on GSM networks, but like I said, you'll only get 3G. So I live in a perfect 4G LTE signal, and like I said, only 3G on this one. Number two is the camera. We've already talked about that. And then the third thing that isn't particularly great about this phone, and this is probably a minor thing, but that rear firing speaker, of course, anytime you have a rear firing speaker, it's not great, but in this case, it's just not, fantastic. So let's see if we can get maybe a quick song to play here. And I don't even know if I've logged into Google. Actually, I know I logged into Google Play, but yeah, it wants me to sign up for. Okay, so I don't really have any music. Let's see if we can get a song playing here just so you guys can hear what it sounds like. Of course, if I put the phone down, it's completely muffled with that rear firing speaker. That's normal. Let's see if that song can. It was downloading a few things, so it's kind of running slow right now because of all those downloads. Now that's cranked up. That's all the way up there, so. Alright, and of course it's frozen now. But normally I haven't had any major issues in terms of there we go. Alright, so anyways, that's just kind of a quick look at this Cubot Note S. If you have, in terms of let me tell you what I think who this is made for. So if you have, someone who is just getting into the smartphone world, this isn't a bad phone to get started. Obviously, somebody who has never really had a smartphone won't be familiar with 4G and how fast 4G is, and so they won't really miss it, and this works perfectly on Wi-Fi, so no issues there. So that would be the first person. Second person would be, a kid that maybe you don't even need. Maybe you just want them to have a Wi-Fi device. This is only $100, so I mean, does everything that basically an iPod Touch would do, so you could get this instead. And it works just as fluidly. So anyways, just kind of a quick look at this phone. Like I said, you can win this. This can be yours next Tuesday, and again, that's August 30th, so you need to subscribe to the channel. And yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. I'm hitting some buttons, so I will call that a wrap. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.